So I think I'm going to kick off the round table tonight.
You're going to kick off?
I'm going to kick off the round table, and I want to say I think Spurlie is a traitor. Now, why? It's because I look at Spurlie, and you are my best. You are one of my best. You're one of my best. You're one of my best friends, and I just think you have the skill and the ability and the forthright confidence to look me in the face and lie to my face like a little bitch you are. And I mean this as a compliment. You're such a traitorous, backstabbing little prick. And just take it as a compliment. Take it as a compliment. That being said, I mean, I think you're a traitor, Spurlie, and I think you've been a traitor for about 5 days now. Yeah. But Pete told me earlier.
I'm such a follower. Now you've said that, I'm such a follower. I think it as well.
But and I've had this theory for a while. But Pete, you were there when we saw Dan eat that sandwich. Weird. So actually, I'm going to vote for Dan. Yeah.
I think it would be classic Claudia to pick, 2 big dogs, to be leaders of the faithful, leader of the traitors. So obviously I'm one, because I'm such a big dog. And,
okay.
The other would clearly be Dan. Obviously I'm faithful. Obviously,
Okay. Obviously, yeah.
Dan is clearly a traitor. It's in his genes, his genetics.
So
he can't change.
Are you saying he's wearing the wrong clothing?
So we're all voting for Dan then. Dan's a traitor.
Yeah, Dan's
Dan, are you a traitor?
I have absolutely no idea what's going on here.
Welcome to episode 72. Episode 72 of the Juggernaut Bar Auction Podcast. Well, Juggernaut Wargaming Podcast, shall I say? And Dan has no idea what the traitors is because he is not up with popular culture. We had this conversation while we were sitting here waiting for the countdown, and Dan's not watched the traitors, and we think that this is a mistake because Dan loves hate watching TV, and this is the most hate-filled show that you could watch on TV right now.
Oh, mate.
I love screaming at dumb people as well.
Yeah, there's so many dumb people.
If you want to yell at somebody that's being so stupid and they think they're being really smart, then it's for you.
He could quite literally have just read through all the memes that we've been sending in that last 20 minutes, and he'd have known exactly what was going on.
I know that Joe Marler's in the show because that's the meme that everyone sends all the time. He's the best, over again.
He's the best fucking guy. That's why.
Well, I don't know.
He's wicked.
There's Joe Marler's good. Nick Mohammed's good. Jonathan Ross and Alan.
Joe Wilkinson's an absolute treasure.
Oh, he was.
Yeah. Just. No spoilers. Shut the fuck up, Spurlie.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Right, the bit's gone now. We did the bit. It was mildly funny. Didn't get a laugh out of Dan. It's fine. Let's move on. Move on.
We're going to take on the establishment and Ed, whichever one he is, who's doing the
Ed Gamble. Yeah, stop it. Just stop it. Stop it, Spurlie. Drop it.
Knock them off. We're going to be the Traitors podcast by the end.
Eventually, holding on to a joke, even holding on to a joke this long, sometimes just kills it.
Spurlie, drop it.
Pete,
Drop it.
I've got a whole
right.
I've got nothing else going in my life. So.
if you've got nothing else going, what are we going to talk about this episode? Because this was your idea to get the bang back together. Because she was like, "We've got so much shit to talk about because we've been doing stuff." Yeah. I was happy to just do nothing. Like Dan was already doing nothing. I aspired to be like Dan.
I just came on because you were all on here.
Yeah. Dan just walked off. He's like, "What?"
I was playing XCOM, watching the football, and then all of a sudden, some 3 other cunts turned up.
So I did the math. The last episode we did was back in April. Yeah, wow. We did do the I say the lost one. It's not lost. I know exactly where it is. I took it outside and shot it like Old Yeller, which was the random 30k episode we did that was shit and then never actually got uploaded or edited because it was just wank.
Oh.
I'm skipping that one. It was shit, Pete. It was shit.
I've penciled in a whole segment about 30k for tonight.
Oh, we can talk about 30k again, but that episode we did entirely about 30k. I didn't like the episode. It was a bit shit.
Yeah, well, that's the segment done now, so we can move on to the next game.
There we
Just to keep our bolt action fans happy, I'm just going to run through the events you should get to. Sniper Alley on the 25th. I'm not going to tell you when or where. They're in the UK. Deal with it. Autumn Assault, also on the 25th, and Operation Supercharge on the 2nd of November. There are more on our calendar that Spurlie lovingly keeps up to date, and I shall see anybody at the Earlier War event on the 8th of November at Factorum, because I'm signed up for that one.
Supercharge has got one ticket left, if anybody does want to go.
There you go.
Is that the one you're going to, Spurlie?
Yeah, that's the one I'm going to, and up until about 2 hours ago or whatever, I was set on taking Soviets, and then I've just gone, no, and I'm going to take something else instead.
Is that like literally next weekend?
No.
Yeah. So it's not this Sunday. It's a week.
Is that because they nerfed the bomb?
It's because Spurlie had a broken list and they released a new army book, and now they're pissed in his fire and he doesn't know what to do anymore.
The list wasn't broken.
They released a new FAQ and pissed on his Germans.
Yeah, that was the thing. It's the Germans that took it in the face.
Look, you knew you was playing with fire when you printed off those 17 million FT17s. You knew what was going to happen.
Oh yeah.
You're lucky that you got 6 months out of them. Yeah. To be fair,
I think that's probably what hurts more is that I did get 6 months out of them, and then they changed it.
Dan, what word would you use to describe someone who like takes advantage of like an obvious rules issue?
It's not an obvious.
I feel we've been accused of this sort of thing in the past, but we've never been as blatant as our friends, Spurlie.
Do you know what? I think you only get labelled this word if you actually succeed. I think if you still fail, you're just a moron. Oh. If you win, you're a whacker.
Oh.
It's not.
Although he failed at all costs, so maybe he's a facker.
A facker.
It wasn't clear and obvious because it's not like they were all pointed the same and then it just didn't have the rule. It was 5 points more. So it was clear it was pointed to get rid of pitifully slow.
Okay.
So it wasn't clear and obvious. I was just playing what was available in front of me. And even Alessio said at the
Oh, what's that? Hold on. What's this? It's Spurlie's copium. It's still there.
I like that you was about to go into Alessio proved it. Like, when have we ever, as the Juggernaut podcast, ever listened or had deference to games designers ever?
When they...
No.
We don't,
unless it's written there.
We don't do that here.
Yeah.
Like,
hang on. To quote you on our own Discord, Spurlie. To quote you on our own Discord, Spurlie. That's how the rules are. Until it's an FAQ, I don't want to see it.
Well, yeah, that's true. If it's not in an FAQ, it's a house rule, isn't it?
Wow. So
let's talk about Toph's recent game of 30k then, if we're going to get into this.
Is that okay then, Spurlie? Guide us in our conversation. What would you like us to talk about first?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I'm no good at this.
Can we go chronologically?
Oh my! Do you podcast or not?
Well, clearly not. So the last one was in April.
Okay. Well, in which case, while Spurlie's thinking about it, dear listener, we've been playing lots of games over the past 6 months, and Spurlie was like, let's do a little segment on each one. We're going to start with 30k because Spurlie is not organised.
Yeah, go on then. Start with 30k. I'm also
there we go.
And to all the listeners, who thought we might have improved over the past 6 month hiatus, we have not.
I think you'll find the term is...
Where's my tin pot hat?
We've tin pot, double down.
Double down's new, I like that.
But this is the thing. The reason we get to talk about 30k is I can use my Dawn of War soundtrack.
Marine Squad
which is like, that just adds the production value to this whole thing. If you want to go and listen to my opinions on 30k, go and listen to the episode that's on Facebook but won't be on anywhere else because I can't be asked to upload it because it's a shit episode. But if you might like it if you're actually into that sort of thing. But if you don't know, Games Workshop released a new edition of 30k, which by all accounts is worse in every way than the previous edition.
And was the previous edition?
Horus Heresy 3rd edition.
Yes.
And it's pretty good. I've had lots of fun playing it.
Well, it's just you then, Tophe.
I'll stand by it. And I can't remember. I went on a rant I went on a rant about it on WhatsApp the other day because there's so many little. It's so close to being a really good game, right? In that 30k, you're doing your Space Marines, you get all your mods on the table, you go bang bang bang, you got Primarchs beating you. That's fine. And then the rulebook goes, Would you like terrain rules? We don't have good terrain rules. Would you like to play some turns? You've only get 4 turns, you fucker. Now get lost. And it's all these just really stupid, annoying things like, do you want to do a thing? Oh, well, your mate's a whacker and you 3D printed this brilliant unit and they've got 14 million reactions and they're going to shoot you before you can do anything.
Okay, so I'm going to come in here and from what I've seen, what I've heard, what I've actually, I've barely played, but from what I've played, I've got a feeling a few of the changes, and I'm going to go out there and say it, a few of the changes are to help the ADHD crowd that just can't pay attention. Terrain rules, can't pay attention to those, put them in the bin. Do the usual GW stuff, or put them in the bin because we're never, ever going to pay attention to them. Cool. And then the other thing, 6 turns is too many. I can't keep my focus all through the game, so let's cut it down to 4. There you go. It's a little bit mad, but you know what you do? You house rule your terrain rules, and you run your turns to turn 6 like normal people.
Well, nothing's left by the end. Nothing's left that long, Pete, because half your army's deleted on the first turn. So
that's because you play World Eaters, and your some tactics are, am I in combat yet? If the answer is no, why not?
So I had a game on Tuesday. I played Luke and Sheffy. We each deployed because it's old 5th edition rules, which is like you roll off and the winner just deploys their entire army, and then you get to go first because you deployed your entire army first, unless they seize initiative, which they will do 89% of the time because that's how maths works in my head. And they seized it and they blew me off the table, and then I had 1 turn, and then they blew me off the table again, and I conceded. I had 1 turn. Took us about an hour and a half to get through that.
Yeah, it wasn't
because the terrain wasn't so shit. There's nowhere to hide. And even when you like get your army to go and do something, and you're about to do something, they go, "Hey, I have a reaction point," and then they just kill you anyway in your own turn. So like,
wasn't it also found out that a unit can only react once per turn?
Doesn't matter. Yeah, we found that afterwards, but it wouldn't have made any difference. Wouldn't have made any fucking difference in the slightest. And you know, also didn't help. Luke's a cheating fucker. He had a tech marine, yeah, and I charged him with my Legion champion, and I was like, let's have a challenge. And he was like, accept. I'm going to beat the shit out of this fucking tech marine, little punk ass dickhead. And then halfway through he's like, actually, that's a Centurion in cataphractile armor. That's not the fucking model. And then this is the book bit. I did tell you. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. And then he proceeds to pass every single invulnerable save in the world. So,
fucked
a lot of them.
Yeah, 50-50 chance.
Exactly. That's why he's cheating, Pete. He's cheating. And what's better is tomorrow I'm going to a 30k tournament because I just like beating myself up.
You do, don't you?
Hang on, didn't you only just win your first game in 30? Well, get your first win in 30k recently?
Yeah, that was like. So I've played about 10-15 games of 30k so far, and I've won one of them. I think I'm just really bad at it, or as you say, Pete,
found the game Tophe's bad at.
or the game really doesn't favour World Eaters because you want to get in combat, and combat doesn't work when you can just shoot people. So no,
I think it doesn't favour your World Eaters and the fact that you actually need to put a status on there for them to do anything. And you're like, I don't do guns.
Yeah, it's when you're like, this game sucks, I don't like it, and then your friend's trying to be helpful, and they're like, have you tried taking like artillery and suppression weapons? And I'm like, who the fuck do you think I am? I'm a World Eater. I'm fucking taking. What is this artillery? What's a foot gun? No. What is suppression?
It's all about like the narrative and forging a story, isn't it? It's not about who can be the most dirty whacker, unless you maybe go into the biggest tournament there is in the country. But the game should be themed and fun, and if you're a World Eater, you get your chain axes out and you run into the guns and die. That's the rule.
It's the rule, but the problem is like the game's really not set up to help, because like you get up, you run up, you get out your rhino, you go and try and charge them, and then they unload like 60 botgun shots into you. Then you charge in, then they get to go first because you have a chain axe that reduces your initiative, because World Eaters have chain axes, so they go first, butcher half of you. Then the remaining 5 guys go with your chain axes and kill like 2 dudes. You then lose the combat, and then you just stand there. That's it.
Do you not get more wounds because of the strength on your chain axe bonus?
It's 3s rather than 4s.
Yeah, it's still better.
I'd rather go first.
Well, that's what you attach characters for. The one game I've had against your World Eaters, Khan, caused me nightmares because it was there like, I can kill these 15 dudes, not a problem, but that guy there is going to kill all of me.
You know who Khan
Like,
sucks
I'm
against?
seeing your despoiler squads as just like an absolute delivery system for a murder bot.
Yeah, they're just it doesn't murder half good enough to make up for the rest of them, or they get caught up by a single fucking tech marine disguised as a cataphractite Terminator, Sergeant Centurion, man.
I can't believe a salamander would do that. That's Alpha Legion Tales of bullshit.
Don't get me wrong. I am enjoying my 30k games because, like, as Dan says, it's all about like the cinematics of stuff. Or here's my 100 world users charging up a wall, blah, you know what I mean? And it's wicked for stuff like that. I've got my anger on. He goes and he beats the shit out of stuff. There's just little things that proper wind me the fuck up about this game. like it's a 4-turn game. Yeah, you can roll for reserves on turn 1. Fine. Drop pods aren't allowed to come in turn 1. No, drop pods have to come in turn 2 if you successful it. But then obviously you can't charge out of a drop pod either, which means if you put, say, a combat unit in a drop pod, they can only charge from turn 3 onwards if you're lucky. So that means you only get them for like 1 and a bit turns if you're lucky.
It's the same issue that GW have had for a while now, because you've never been able to charge out drop pods, but then coming down turn 1, everybody kind of leaned into it in 40k, and I think 6th edition, and there was the drop pod armies that would just come down and annihilate.
That was stupid.
Yeah, it's partially the community's problem, but GW is still there going, we don't want this problem. It's like, well, just let the community police itself.
I just want one little dreadnought in a drop pod. Please let me charge you.
You want the 5th edition Lucifer pattern dreadnought assault.
Oh, that was bullshit. Don't fucking start that one.
Look at me and my Land Raider full of Deathwing Terminators. Well, here's a Furioso. I'm going to crack it open with a melter gun and then kill all your Terminators.
Wow. Yeah. Dan, how's your Emperor's Children coming on?
They're all purple.
Good.
They're in the box in the garage. I'm painting old world armies.
To be fair, that is the correct hierarchy of like priorities of things to do. Spurlie, how's your 30k? Never mind. Sorry, just
I've got some
a bit awkward, isn't it?
There's some lovely yellow ones that I'm keeping in storage in Colville. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Keep them there for a bit, you know.
If anyone would like to buy an Imperial Fist army off me so that Spurlie can't use it, I'm gonna just make me an offer, mate. Super low. Don't worry, I can go lower. You don't worry.
At this rate, that weekend, if I go and don't play, I will still have more fun than all of you lot playing the game by the sounds of it.
The Owen technique.
I don't think so, because I'll be having fun while playing. So you underestimate me having fun.
Well, you know, Pete, I was about to say you've not played much lately, but you have, because we know you have. You've been going down and you've been moonlighting with Richard, which is, you know,
I know.
It's
no,
quite hurtful.
I've been playing a lot. I've been playing more Bolt Action than Heresy. My last game of Heresy, we were down at Club, and I was stood next to Sheffy, teamed up. I mean, Tophe was teamed up with Flosi, and Sheffy turned round and went, "Oh, this is going badly. Do you want to quit?" And I'm there like, "Are you kidding me? This is my first game with 30k. It's been months, and you want to give up turn 1? What are you even doing?" I was looking at the box thinking, can I just substitute his units and point up, because he doesn't want to be here.
I was going to say, Spurlie, have you noticed the phenomenon that's known as Sheffy time?
There's been a lot of.
Have you experienced it yet? So Sheffy time is you'll start playing a game. Let's say you're playing Old World, you're playing Bolt Action, you're playing 30k. You normally take around 2 hours, 2.5 hours per game. Yeah. After about an hour and a half, maybe you're into turn 4. Oh, mate, should we just call it there? Yeah. Should we just call it there? He does it every fucking time. Should we just call it there? So, let me beat you in a nicely allocated time way.
Ever so slightly ahead at this point.
Tonight is the play. Tonight is playtime.
Doesn't matter. I've played games when he's absolutely beating the shit out of me. I'm preparing my counterattack, and then he's like, "Shall we just call it there, mate? Shall we just call it?"
I didn't know he was going for a Donald Trump move. So
I feel really sorry for his other half.
Let's not play.
Can you imagine if she's just about ready, and then you're like, are we done yet? Shall we go? Yeah, shall we go? Yeah, shall we go? Yeah.
See you later.
Or even,
can you imagine nice dinners at restaurants? You're halfway through your meal. Should we just go?
just imagine you go to like fucking Gordon Ramsay or like or some shit, and then you sit there and you get just like this amazing steak. Done, ready. It's just like, whoa, man. To be fair to him, I did call him out on it, and I was like, "You need to stop doing it." And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry." And he has been better since. But like, don't cock block your friends, man. That's everyone
or himself.
Yeah, let it happen. Go the whole way through.
Just let it flow.
Got to let it flow. Even when you're getting your ass kicked, you just got to be like, I wonder how further this could go.
But yeah, we've been playing 30k. I've been playing 30k. Pete's been trying to play 30k. I have very mixed feelings about it.
I haven't been able to play 30k down here because I've got to move a lot of stuff, right? So I've had my bolt action down here because it's easy to get a game, been getting games where I can. So it's been fun. But 30k wise, I'm still painting dudes. That reconnaissance squad's almost finished, which would be nice. And then it's mainly tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do want some dick bikes at some point because they look awesome.
Everybody does.
Dick bikes. Yeah, ribbed for her pleasure.
Yeah.
Cool. What's next on the list, Spurlie?
Let's go for Old World. Because since since
I painted Old World. It was great.
Since we last did an episode that we're calling an episode, we've had only flanks. You guys have been in.
That's great.
I did only flanks. I ran it.
You did.
Solo.
It was great.
And nobody died.
Played it, so.
Oh yeah, you all did play it, didn't you?
Great.
Yeah.
I think for
played it, Tophe. How rude.
I know. I was really bored because you was all being really good gamers and playing nicely with each other and not arguing about shit. So I had very little to do.
You were upset that Miguel didn't make it up because you'd been playing if he did.
Yeah. So check this out, right? Miguel Santos, he ran Battle in the Factory or whatever. We'll get to that later.
That's the
one, whatever.
Battle in the Factory.
Look, I went, fuck off. Look, he ran an event and he was like, you come to mine and I come to yours, and we gave each other free tickets. Because then, but then he didn't come to mine because, like, he was so. Now he promises me that he just forgot to say his alarm. I know Miguel; he's a very young, happy, chappy man. I guarantee he was out getting pissed the night before and it was led. I'll let you guys decide which one's which. But I know Miguel.
He was
9% fun. Exactly, but you know what? But this is what happens when you're young and have fun. You forget to come to tournaments, and what's more important. Anyway, long story is, I got a free ticket to a tournament and I didn't have to give him one because he didn't turn up to mine. But anyway, how did you guys think the first Juggernaut Old World event? Because obviously you guys went.
I loved it. I loved it. I got minute names of Old World. It was awesome.
So I've got 5 brilliant opponents and 1 shit TO. It was,
Yeah.
It was really well.
Me and Juggernaut Grimes got to wind each other up one game. Halfway through, we both went, "This isn't worth it."
That is the one bit of TOing I had to do. I had to go over to your table and be like, guys, can you comment the fuck down? They're just like, oh shit, yeah, probably should, yeah. It's like, you know when you see like a triple fight between 2 mid-table obscurities, like, it doesn't matter, mate. None of you fucking winning. You're both in the middle.
Actually,
we don't know what's happening.
We both got half decent results. We're like, "Oh, we're in the shot," and then Tophe went, "No, you shit, get
I'm going to stand by my shit TO comment actually because I got badly maffed out of the wooden spoon, and it hurt.
Yes.
So, to give context, there was a fight at the end between Womble and Spurlie for the wooden spoon. Because of course they're Ferragamo because they're both shit. That was the most fun I've ever seen just watching again because you guys were absolutely beside yourselves shitting each other. Like, then just the stupid shit that would happen.
His tree man
But
has taken out 2 sentinels in one attack basically.
It's just one tin going on to the other, like these like bowling pins in it. But I may have. When I added the scores on one of the rounds, I may have forgot to carry a 0 or something. So Spurlie came second to last, when actually he should have came last. So on the day, I gave Womble the wooden spoon and not Spurlie. But it's okay because I worked out. I formally applied for Spurlie and then printed him off his own wooden spoon certificate. So
I absolutely loved what Womble did when he found out. Womble got his barbecue out and burned the certificate he got because he went, "I didn't earn this."
And Spurlie, how did you manage to come lower than a man who didn't even bring a single scoring unit in an objective-based tournament, and you still came lower than him?
Yeah.
I can't give away all of my
How did you manage that?
I'm gonna keep it to myself. Yeah,
Hang on, especially as you were playing the new hotness.
And he took Tophe, which is fucking OP as shit.
Yeah, the new hotness, right? A Cafe player won it, so we had a Cafe sandwich. But the new hotness, and you underperform so much that you come below and would have army with no scoring
I
units.
didn't take any balloons, and it's very clear that is what you need to take.
Oh god, yeah, it is. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I am sticking with that excuse until the day I die.
Yeah.
Balloon should be 0 to 1 per 1,000 points. Change my mind.
Dan did very well till he got bullied by bigger boys.
Yep, I won. I think I won 3 and drew 1 of the first 4 games, and that landed me on table 1 for the final round, where I came up against Liam and his Cathay list, a proper Cathay list with balloons and everything. And to say he fucking destroyed me would be the understatement of the century. He at the end of the game, he was doing things like just giving stuff away. He was like, I tell you what, it's turn 6 next. What we'll do is your 2 guys here will claim my cannon, and I'll finish off the rest of this unit. And should we just call it there? I was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll take the point.
He shepherded you. We done, and you're like, yeah, we're done.
He literally did. To be honest, I did have nothing left, and I was glad of the cannon points because he was destroying me. He absolutely killed me. It was not fun.
Is that what he has cannon that takes the movement away?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he had the cannons, and he had 2 of them. So everything in my army was slow. He had the balloon that can never be locked down, and every time a unit caught it, because it's a character, he would just challenge out the character in my squad or the champion in my squad, lose combat but never take any wounds, fall back 2 inches, and then just obliterate you with shooting again. So it was not a fun experience. But considering that was the first time I played Cathay, and I had no idea what they probably did, I've learned since then.
Spoiler, like, we benefited from your learning in the future.
Yeah.
Does the cannon remove take away your movement back?
It's one that's meant to it.
So cannon's got a lot of rules, but where the point of impact is, yeah, you roll a d6 or 2d6, and everything in that range from that point is -1 movement, which doesn't sound that good, but considering you can, it does stack, so you can overlap it so that you've got to treat it at 2 movement. But if you're a dwarf, you'll move at 1. But not also that, you on the first turn, if you really, really wanted to, you could shut an entire 6-foot board down because you can make an overloader fire the cannon twice. So you can go bang, 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 bang.
So it's like -1 movement if you stacked it on one target.
Yeah, completely shut everything down. And then the balloon.
But it says movement value.
Yeah, movement value. So -1 to your movement value.
So it does fuck all to your fly movement, and you weren't chasing a pegasus all day long.
Potentially, I don't know the proper full.
But there's the thing.
Not got any because they're shot off the board.
You won't have any pegasus. Just the first thing the Lancing comes over is like 20 or 30 handgun shots into your face.
It's just a thought, it's just a thought. It's fuck all your fly movement to fly after like a rock.
Yeah, but then you combine that with the balloon of Doom with characters on it that's got far more toughness and wounds than it deserves. Every single rule in the game, apart from it's all of them, and
It really does.
and it's got so many shots, it literally just looks at a unit and you remove it from play. There's nothing you can do.
I cannot wait for somebody to go, yeah, we're pretty selling these days. We're just going to
it's good.
one of those weapons. And people go,
We're doing all ethic. I can guarantee they'll do something with it. Guarantee.
Yeah, if they ever give you 2, 1 set of Dragonfire bombs for the crew, and then 1 if it's a character on top of it, absolutely fine. It's worth its points, and it would be fair and balanced. But considering there's like 7 crew and all 7 of them get them, and then they hit higher, they hit on 3s, and then they're D3 plus 1 hits each. It's like, oh god.
The only things I've seen in the Overall community, so like tournaments and things that you see online, doing any sort of work against those balloons has been really boring. Doing things you check your list, start like 9 of them.
Yeah.
You see that balloon, it's dead. You see that other balloon, it's also dead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we tried to focus fire them in our event, in our doubles event recently, and it didn't work. So the only way you can do it is if you've got lots of high-strength shots or poison bows, or what we ended up doing in our last game is just ignore it completely. Just go, fuck it. It'll kill a unit, but we'll try and kill someone else.
Yeah.
To go back to OnlyFans, the weirdest thing for me is obviously like we're as a Juggernaut club, obviously in the bot action world, we're quite well established. We'll go to an event, and everyone, most people will have at least heard of us in passing, right? Like people say before, etc. Whereas in old world, now we're completely newbies. So we put out this GT, hey look, OnlyFans, blah, blah, blah. We might say, oh, we're hosted by Juggernaut Wargaming. No, that's fucking clean what Juggernaut Wargaming is. The different tournament. But quite a few people who came were like established people from the old world community, like Liam, who played Dan. He has his own podcast and all that. So he's a lovely bloke. But it was weird because they all come in and they're all chatting, they're all going, oh, you were at that GT, that GT, and they're all sitting there talking tactics. And it's like, I don't know any of you guys. This is quite intimidating. Is this what we do to other people? Yeah. Do you know when we go to bot action events and everyone's like, they're the bigger boys because like Dan got fucked by a bigger boy because they were bigger boys that came to our event.
Well, I was still on table 1 in the last round. But let's not forget, I am a twice national champion previously at Fantasy, so it's not like it's a brand new game.
It was good to make sense.
Twice student national champion. Let's get that right. Also,
yeah, that's true.
Also, we must have been doing something right because I did hear when the comment was made that we were probably the best value event we've been to.
So this is the thing. So obviously we used to run in ball action events where you get prize for every single person, and it really depressed me that like we can't get sponsorship for Games Workshop games for obvious reasons. Companies don't want to support Games Workshop, and you know what? High five! I completely understand. They're the big dog. Fucking. So once we paid off like the venue, shout out Seven City, thank you as always. I chucked all the money into prize support because I don't make money off it. It's literally trying to build community here. So I think we had like £300 profit. We chucked it all into prize support. So when we at the end of the day, I went to Round Store, brought about 10, 12 big boxes and stuff, and basically just raffled them all out to everyone. So like, regardless of where you come, first thing first, don't care, I'm just going to pull your name out of the hat and we'll give you a prize. And it was everything from like, we had a couple of just characters, we had a big box of giants, we had a high elf starter battalion, we had some pretty big chunky prizes in there.
I wanted that high elf starter battalion.
I think half of everyone wanted that. But this is the thing, the bigger boys were like, there's prizes here? It's like, yeah. It's like, and certificates and everything? Yeah. And this is the thing, if you go to an old world tournament, you're looking at 50, and yeah, we're looking at 50, 60 quid for a weekend event, and that's before food and everything. Whereas we're thinking, well, fuck it, ball action style price, what would you normally do? About 40 quid including food for a weekend. They were just like, this is easily the best value event in the country. I'm like, I'm sorry?
That's a bit like, should we not be doing it for £40?
Well, that's the thing. I think because the established rate is like 50 or 60. I think most TOs would just go, well, what's everyone else charging?
Yeah.
Let's just charge that. Obviously, I don't give a shit.
Well, without food and definitely without prices.
Exactly. Whereas I just went, right, what's the minimal deliverable product? Like, how many people do we need to like make it profitable? Okay, so it takes us the price that we can get cover our bases. And after that, I don't give a shit. I'm not here to make money. I can go do overtime at work if I want to make money. So, I mean, that's not what I'm here for. So it was just. But one good thing, just from like connections, from like, I'm now in like. Did you know there's a special super secret old world TO Discord for the UK?
Oh, what?
I'm
Is that where you go? How do we ban Cathay balloons without banning Cathay balloons?
You know, there is stuff like there's like people sharing packs and stuff like that. But there's also here's one thing. There's like a thread of like players we think we should ban. As in, like, if you have a player who comes to your event who's an absolute twat, you put it on that Discord to basically warn the other TOs about him. And I'm like, you know what? That's not a bad shout because you know those big idiots, they just gonna be ostracized. If someone's gonna come and be a twat, no, fuck off, don't get me an event. So you know,
I mean, I'm glad that event was not actually because I just get shoved it out of everything.
I was gonna say I don't really ban. I would.
I'm assuming Dan's name's in that old world list, you know.
It is now, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not any good at old road shit at it. Come on.
Well, I'm not that much of a twat about it. Well, that's the thing that surprised me the most about that then, is obviously we're known for the bolt action events where everyone's lovely, you know, apart from maybe one person every now and again, everyone's nice enough. And for a GW event, bearing in mind we've been to 40k tournaments and Blood Bowl tournaments in the past, and not by and large, but there are a lot of wankers there. But the old world guys are brilliant.
Yeah.
Every single they're like the bolt action community, you know. It's the kind of ones where they want to talk to you, they want to get to know you, they want to know everything about your army, what you've done in the past with your games and stuff. And when you're playing the games, if you get something wrong, rather than just throwing their hands up in the air and calling you a cheat and rah dummies out of the pram kind of thing, it's just, oh, it don't matter, mate, this is the real rule, let's just carry on with the game and next time we won't do that mistake. And it's like, oh, brilliant, there you go, great. And it's like,
gentleman's game.
It was really good.
It's like I went to do something and the opponent went, oh, you do know if you do that, then I'm going to be able to do this, and then we'll basically be in 20 minutes. It's like,
yeah.
Because I still have no idea how to play old world in game one.
Yeah, it was like my last game against. Yeah, it's like my last game against Liam. I wanted to hate him so much because he was absolutely tabling me, but he was really nice, and he was like, "I'm really sorry. This is what it does. I can't. I'm going to table you now."
There's nothing worse than someone who's really lovely and is really fucking good, and like with a broken list because you want to hate them because I'm like, I hate your very fibre, but I can't help but love you, you twat.
Yeah. All the way through, he was really nice about it, explaining everything in its minutiae, like trying to make it so I understood what was going on. Because at this point as well, I think the 5th game of Only Flanks was like my 8th game of Old World up until that point, so still relatively new like them. And yeah, he was just so nice about it.
You're on top table on your 8th game of Old World, you know.
Again, I've played a lot of fantasy. It's my 8th game of Old World. It's not changed that much since 6th and 7th ed. So you know,
once you get the idea of it, it's pushing through. The whole reason that I picked up fairly quickly from when they were playing it at club, and people were going, well, this doesn't work anymore. And I'm going, well, the undead thing seems to work, so this will do. And then I was playing the tournament games, and I was like, I built my list. I spent ages crafting my list for all the missions, built around all the missions, and then I'd make mistakes and go, and I wasn't annoyed at my opponent. I was looking in the mirror going, Pete, you're an idiot. Why even that?
See, I knew that there were square bases before the old world.
Wow.
Square bases.
Wow.
Yeah, you rank them and then you flank them.
Yeah, and then you wank them.
That was about it.
Yeah, and if you're playing Liam, he's like a doctor. He'll tell you, explain. Now I am going to touch your nerve, and you're like. But as we alluded to, me and Dan went to a doubles Old World event on Sunday. We took a picture of the Mackey's breakfast as a tradition. That went on the Facebook page. That was a lot of fun, Dan. Wasn't it? We hadn't gone to a tournament for fucking ages.
Yeah, it was great. It was really good. We've been wanting to do a doubles event for a while, me and you, and we never got to do one at Bolt Action. Like me and Pete did one, and I think
that was great.
But yeah, getting to do an Old World one was really good, and it was a super good day. Everyone we played was really nice, including the last game with the old married couple.
We went up to Sheffield. There's a store there, Patriot Game shout out, and it's being run by a group called the Wandering Warlocks. See, there's a whole new world of people in the old world. And yeah, it was wicked. Everyone had a northern accent, which was very funny. I won't try to replicate it, but it did make me chuckle. And
you finally get some Yorkshire tea in your life. That's bang.
Nah. So I brought my high elves. I brought 2 dragons in 1250 points.
Do that, man.
Is that the pink dragon and the yellow dragon? Because you see
the bright dragons, yeah. And I was like, how have you managed to fit 2 dragons? This is like because they're really shit dragons. But guess what? 2 dragons, which even if they're shit dragons, when no one else has dragons, are good dragons. So, and Dan had his Bretonians. And you know what high elves really, really need? Lots and lots of cheap bodies. And guess what Bretonians can provide? Lots of cheap. It was amazing. Yeah. Like, I don't think, Dan, that we quite comprehended what we created at the end of that day when we were driving back and was like, that's a fucking good combo, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great because we had loads of big blocks of shit, that I provided to just walk up to the objectives and then just look like you're going to threaten something. And then we had loads of heavy hitters to just smash it. And they were all super fast as well. Everything on our army, if there wasn't a block, was super quick. It was either fly or movement 8, Bretonian, Swiss stride, kind of stuff. And everything just got into combat turn 2 and it just rolled one flank and then just pushed across everything.
When we first turned up, we were a bit like hesitant. We didn't quite know what was going to come up against. We'll just go and play 3 games, it'll be quite fun. And then we sat there waiting, and I was like, Dan, look. He's like, what? Just look at the trophies. They're fucking nice, aren't they? They're quite nice trophies, aren't they? And suddenly we just both went, right.
Fine, I'll try.
I got some lovely games.
Yeah.
To that fucking mind.
And our first opponent was an Empire and Dwarf combo. And so we went, right, stack all the good shit on the right flank. So both Dragons and the Pegasus Knights all went on the right flank. First turn, bam! Just absolutely like shocking all his right and back. And they're just like, bless them. Though they couldn't roll dice for shit. I've never passed so many armor saves in my life. I've never seen so many misfires in my life.
They were the Spurlie and Kalo of doubles.
Yeah.
But they were the proper Spurlie and Kalo because they actually finished last at the end of the tournament.
They did get the spoon, yeah. Which I had to think we contributed to. Do you know what I mean? Like, we set them on that path to get that spoon, so.
Yeah. Well, bearing in mind it was 2,500, a 2,500 point limit. We beat them 3,700 and something to about 180. It was brutal.
Wow. We was punished for our hubris though, because then we had to play the flying list.
Cafe Dwarf list. Yeah.
So the cafe,
you deserve that.
The cafe list had 2 of the horrendous lanterns and a cannon, and the dwarf player had 8 gyrocopters. So
because the dwarf player is just printing gyrocopters, right?
Yeah.
I think they were real ones. I think he paid for, he paid his due. And this is the one where they were the really nicest glads ever, which makes it really fucking annoying. Oh man, I just want to hate you for your list, you bastard.
Well, they even the ones that you showed that were dressed up as well.
Exactly, they come dressed in their flying outfits. They even said to them, like, these, hey, look, they went with the bit. They had commitment to it, so all power to you. I think this was the game where we had to be the beardiest.
Yes.
So So we had to do some proper shenanigans to get to, because we couldn't fight the lanterns because they're borderline OP. So we just ignored them. So bless the dwarf player, we just ganged up on him because they're easier to kill than cafe stuff. So well, this is the thing that they sit there, they clatter guns, they fire them fleet. Oh, you're gonna try and charge me, boo, 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 and they run away. So it's like, right, let's do this properly. I'll charge him with my dragon. Oh yeah, fire and flee, boom, boom, boom. So when he fled, and then we'd already down and spied. Well, if he flees, which he did, he's gonna bounce through loads of units to the other side of the battlefield and then get caught by a unit of overrunning peg knights and ran down 4 gyrocopters. So he was like, oh, and we were like, yeah.
As soon as our first turn started, I looked at Tophe and I just went, Tophe, mate, let's go big or go home here because I've spotted something.
Yeah.
And he charged his dragon and I charged a unit of archers, and for the 5 archers were like, okay, you're just going to charge into us and do nothing? Great. And then after the flee move, they were all kind of like, oh shit, what have we done? And then we caught them and destroyed them, and
And then 2 turns later, they were doing more shenanigans with the gyrocopter unit. When Dan went, charge with my Grail Knights, and they went, overshoot. And Dan was like, you can't, because I've got the banner of fuck you, no overshooting or overwatching. And he was like, shit. And then Dan just pushed them off the battlefield.
Oh, wow.
just pushed them off. So, yeah. It was only, don't get me wrong, we were still getting absolutely minced by these lanterns, but we managed to draw. So, I'll take that. I'll take that.
I think one of my favourite moments of the old world, and I'm sorry, Spurlie, it's watching your Minotaur Lord and unit just flee all the way down the side of a battle line and straight off the board.
Well, that's exactly what these gyros did. The gyros went about 40 inches.
Oh no.
Yeah, well, the gyros, when they fled, they went about 35 inches through about 9 different units into one small gap, and it was exactly like that, except they hadn't gone straight off the board, they were caught instead. But yeah, it was good, and they were really nice. The lad who was the dwarf player, did he remind you? Watch Squidmar painting thing on YouTube?
Yes.
Does he remind you of Lucas? Because I thought
a little bit,
a little bit. But yeah, again. The 2 lads were super nice as well, all the way through. It's and then the 3rd game was these 2 older northern guys who I can only describe as Morecambe and Wise. That kind of old comedy double act. They kind of played each other, because we kind of just stood there, and then they'd sit there and get into a proper domestic about who's doing what where. And we're just like, okay, you guys. They started off.
What are you doing?
They started off really nice to each other, and the one on our left, as we were looking at them, was it Dave?
I can't remember.
he was always saying, "Oh, the dice end up as they are. Do what you want. The dice end up as they are. It's just a dice game. Who cares? It doesn't matter really." But then by the end, it was all like his lord would charge in and miss all of its attacks with its griffin and lose the combat. He goes, "Oh, your fucking lord's missed all its attacks, has he? Of course he has." It was great.
That reminds me of one of my OnlyFlex games where it's like, you see this thing that's been working all weekend, yeah? It's just not going to work this game.
Yeah, it was really funny.
And that was one of those games where we'd managed to set up overruns and charges. So in one turn, we managed to basically surround one of the guys. I think it was his Empire army, and basically take out his general, his block of infantry, his two handgunners, his position, all like a single turn. It was a proper
we had about 8 units in combat all at once. Several of them had overruns into other combats, so that once they've won theirs, they could win the second one as well. And we killed about 1,000 points worth of his army in one round of combat, and then the rest of his army in the second.
Jesus.
It was really bad.
So we won that one, and overall we won the event.
Yeah.
So
whackers, absolute whackers.
Got to be in to win it, Pete. Come join us at some doubles events.
Yeah, it was funny actually, because at the end of the event, the lad who was giving out the trophies said, "And now our winners, who managed to take out both Cathay players," and everyone in the room was just like, "Oh, how the fuck did you do that?"
And we're just like, just fucking ignore them. Just
play the other guy.
Just look, play the other guy.
How many points was the event? Right, how many points each did you have?
1250.
1250 each. So basically, you went, well, we could fight 1250 points of Cathay and 1250 points of dwarves, or we could just run through the dwarves and not die to the Cathay.
Yeah, you've just got to accept the 2 Cathay balloons will kill whatever they shoot at. So feed them the blocks of shit infantry and just try and hold them up a little bit, while the rest of your army kills off the other player, because the Cathay infantry and cavalry don't really do a lot. There's nothing in them. They don't hit hard enough. They don't have massive amounts of combat rares or anything like that to break through and get unit after unit. So just focus on the rest of it. And that's what we did. We killed the dwarf player in the second game, and we killed the Empire player in the third game, and that was it. You just ignored the rest.
Having played against the Empire list in a tournament setting now, oh boy, they've got it uphill. They have it uphill everywhere. There's just not enough on those Empire boys to do anything.
Yeah. Well, we were discussing on the way back, because obviously after the games, especially the third game when they started turning on each other a little bit, we were talking about what makes a good doubles team, and
one that doesn't argue.
Well, the one thing from me was you've got to have trust in each other. If I say I'm going to do this thing, you've just got to say, yeah, I trust you. You're going to do that, whatever. I'll plan around that. And then the one from Tophe was you've got to be willing to sacrifice. If he puts his dragon out there in the middle of the board to get shot by everything, knowing he's probably going to lose it, but it wins you the opportunity to win the game itself, then that sacrifice is 100% worth it. And that's what a lot of players didn't do. All of them were kind of looking after their own skin, and it was, oh, I don't want to do that because I'll lose this, that, and the other, or I don't want to do that because I don't think I'll win it. And someone else questioned it, like the 2 lads at the end going, oh, your general's not going to do that, or your squad's not going to be able to win that combat, blah, blah, blah. Whereas me and Tophe, like the second game with me and Tophe, it's like, Tophe, I've spotted something here. Do this charge and I'll sort it for us. And it's like, you get the unit, you get the gyrocopters, and it all works out. And his dragons took a massive beating, but it was there for the greater good, because it allowed the rest of the army to get in.
And that was a very much a solid part of the game plan. Every turn, I'd double stack both dragons on one flank and go, right, gung-ho, let's go for it. I'd play far more aggressively than I'd ever play by myself, my high elves. But doing that got the heat off Dan's army to allow him to do all this bollocks Bretonian shit. Because normally Peg Knights get shot to shit, but you ain't shooting them when there's 2 fucking dragons over there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And the Grails benefit from that as well.
It allows the Dan's peasant blocks to actually get into position and be a useful asset. So they just sat there going, hello, we're points.
Well, when you're doing objectives and you're getting 30 points in each player's turn just from sitting there. Those peasants won us the game because they'll just sit there going, la da 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 da, here's some victory points, and the opponent's ignoring them because I'm fucking I've got all of this shit on fire over here I need to deal with.
Yeah, we lost this. Well, we would have lost the second game on points had it not been for the objectives, because the peasants racked up like 500 points worth of objectives across the game, which was brilliant. But you've got to have that bullet magnet of the dragons to be able to do that. And that's the good thing about the peasant block and the way we structured our list, because we talked about it before the event. We said, right, we need this, we need this, we need this, we need something to hold, we need something to be a bullet magnet, we need overwhelming speed on one side, stuff like that. And we built our list to have the peasants in to just sit there as a roadblock whilst everything flanks, because if you're playing an objective game, subconsciously people are going to be, right, I need to go towards the objectives and kill those peasants. And you go, well, okay, well, here's Peg Knights, Grail Knights, and 2 dragons now just rolling up every single unit in the flank. And it worked really well. I was really happy with how the event went in the end.
So there's another doubles in Imps in February. So I think we have to do it again now.
Yeah, we've already spied that one. Like literally, Tophe saw it and shared it into the Jugger chat, and I saw it at the same time and tagged him on the Discord. It was like, oh, doubles event.
We have to think. It's like,
do we 1300 as well?
It's 1300. So we've already had that.
50 points of magic items.
Yeah. What do you do with 50 points? That's the thing. I think those lists could be well tuned. No, because like I took like 32 high elf archers, and they were a bit shit actually. You could replace them with silver helms for a start. Like there's stuff we can do. We'll watch this space. Old World's great.
Yeah, just run Renegade Pack, people. I want to use my demons.
I want to use my demons, but I've got to get out of the house.
And don't worry, I have a soundboard sound for the peasants.
Oh, my
That's
spleen!
very suitable because they just died.
Hey, they won combat when it was like 1 Empire engineer against 30 peasants.
They did far more than my swordmasters would. We won't talk about that.
Oh,
yeah, that last game, the Swordmasters did not have a very good time.
Talk about fucking bullet magnets. And Swordmasters don't like getting shot.
No, especially by an entire army.
Oh, no.
I think one of my only flanks, one of my opponents had some Empire like screening unit, and I was there like, I could see what it's there for. It's for screening, but if you're trying to screen me, a Tomb King army, that's just going to go, couldn't give a shit that you're skirmishing, they're dead. They were dead within the first turn because I went, well, I don't have to move far. I will just take them. They look like a brilliant piece of kill to me. And then realized that he hadn't taken the plate mail armor on his demigriffs, and that was it. It was right. Okay, it's hunting season. Time to die. Yeah, really quite enjoying Old World when I get to play it. So
you just need to bully him down south to play it. Richard's got an Old World army. Just kick him in the shins.
Yeah, but I've also got to make sure that they're not practicing for bolt action events they want to get to.
You don't need practice. Rich just drinks the night before and he wins. He's fine.
Yeah, but I've been very useful practice because I play completely differently to quite a lot of people, and having the Japanese down here means that they're not having to, they can probably run through normal armies, but I'm presenting to them the tar pits, and like, go on, deal with that. And they're finding ways to deal with it, but also you probably, when we move on to the Fight at the Museum piece, I can go over how Rich has changed in playing me. So yeah.
That sounds like a good segue. Shall we do
let's move on to
Battle at the Factory? Battle of the Factory. I keep saying it'll stick.
We need to get a factory so we can do that, right?
Before we even
Konflikt 47.
Go on, Spurlie.
Konflikt 47 event name, Battle in the Factory. There you go.
Battle at the Factory, Konflikt 47.
Yeah.
Right. Before we talk about Fight at the Museum, I would like to start with a little story about a little man called Spurlie. Because a little man called Spurlie was like, let's all go and have a fight and have a big battle. We'll go to a tournament down south. Yeah. And everyone was like, yeah, that sounds wicked. Let's all go. Yeah. And that was like, what, a year ago at least?
Yeah, when it was announced.
And at that point, everyone's like, yeah, we'll go. And then we're looking for accommodation. And then actually, it's down south. It's in Dorset in October. Where's the cheapest place you're going to find, like, place to stay at night? Well, off-season holiday homes, because obviously it's down there Weymouth. So we was like, oh, we'll go glamping. Why not? Because we managed to get like a tent each for like 30, 40 quid or something. Absolutely amazing. And there's going to be loads of us going. So we'd all pile down there. We'd have a great time. It would be amazing.
It was a great time. I stayed in Bournemouth.
Well, they did finish my story, because one by one, everyone fucking flaked. A lot of you. You're all shit. And I don't just mean you guys. I mean everyone at home as well, because there was going to be fucking loads of us. No, this Spurlie. Stop interrupting, Master Spurlie. You've already fucking ruined the weekend once you let me finish. So anyway, at that point, Spurlie's like, well, I'm going to bring the family. I'm like, that's fine. Well, you bring the family. That's fine, because then obviously the Gemma Winnie can go off and do their own thing. That's fine. And then cut to the future, which is now the past. But at that point, it was the future. And then it's literally just me, Spurlie, and the Spurleys going because everyone else has fucked off. That's fine.
Hey.
Okay. Sorry, Pete, but you had fucked off at this point. Like,
I had fucked off, yes, but I was still there.
Well, okay, then so we might as well drive down together, because then there's like otherwise we're wasting fuel. So it's just literally just me being a freaking spare wheel on the Spurling summer family holiday. Fucking weird. Also, because
welcome to my life.
Because they're like, they've never heard of the word sickie. We had to go after school, which meant we didn't leave until 4 o'clock on a Friday, Leicester to Weymouth on a Friday evening. So we didn't get there till, 9:30, and it was pitch fucking black. Also that night, there was this little thing called Storm Anna. Was it Storm Anna? That was absolutely deciding to disintegrate the entire south of the UK. So not only was it driving in pitch black, everyone was driving like twats because it's raining. The wind's like that. The wipers are like, they can't see shit. The lights are in your eyes and you're dying. But it's fine. It's fine.
Tophe did a great job.
We get there. Thank you. I did do a good job. Anyway, we got there. Oh, past fucking 9. Like the guy, the security guy at the park. He worked out that the name Buckle is apparently quite common down there, and decided that I was related to his old school teacher, and decided to have it out with me there and then. That's great. Whatever. He was like, I had a Mrs. Buckle and she was vile. I'm like, okay, what do you want me to fucking do about it?
You're like, I come here on holiday. What the fuck are you doing?
Drive around, dump the Spurs off at their tent, and then I go to my tent, traipse through the mud, because remember that it's absolutely fucking pouring it down. Walk into my glamping tent. It's tent is the right word. It is a tent, not my vibe. But when I walked in, it had fucking flooded. The water was just fucking everywhere. Couldn't find a light switch. It was awful. That took a while. Traipsed back to their tent for just semblance of social. Owen's there because he's turned up to hang out with us. He'd been waiting for us there for about 4 fucking hours. He's got his giant anorak on, like surfing thing, makes him look like a fucking paedophile. And then he's like, hi, little can, hello. Fucking, so that's weird. Whatever. We went into like the bar at the centre. That's like the most dreariest flat roof pub you've ever been in your life. Like, fuck me, I'm glad I didn't get stabbed.
Everybody was in the Halloween party, other than us.
Yeah, so ain't no one got time for that. So anyway, trace back to the tent. I go to bed, and I go across my flooded floor again, because of course it's still flooded, and I'm lying in bed, and the wind's going. And everything's shaking, everyone's winning, and I'm lying there. I just think, the fuck did I do with my life to get to this point? And then I think, I'm like, fuck, I need a piss. I ain't getting it, because also it's camping. There's no toilet. No, the toilets have a good 20, 30 metre walk. I'm not going out there and freaking Storm Anna or whatever the name is. So just sitting there and just piss myself, basically. basically. So fucking lying there, all lonely, hating life. I woke up in the morning. I went into Spurlie's, went to knock on Spurlie's tent. Think, what the fuck are I doing with Spurlie's to deserve this? Do you know what I mean? Like, you know I don't sleep well away from home, and you thought this was a good idea. This is on par. This was on par with our trip to Scotland. Do you know what I mean? And that was pretty fucking nice.
Just the Tophe thing. We've all seen it with his shoulders. And who have I got? And then suddenly he goes, and then turns around. He's looking for me, and I go, hello.
I love playing Pete at an event. It's a good time when you get to play Pete at an event.
Yeah, it is.
And Dan wasn't there, so who else was I going to play? Do you know, he's normally one of the two.
You've got to do one of us, haven't you?
It was a good game.
I guarantee I'd have got Dan for a game as well.
Absolutely, yeah. It was good. It was good times. The thing I liked about Pete is he actually
to try and kill 3 tigers and killed none.
you were one of the few people who actually like, and this sounds really weird, but I'm going to double down it. Played with me, because most people see 3 tigers, they just hide. And it makes a really boring game because you go, yeah, I've got my 3 tigers. I'm just going to go down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they just
you see, I'd heard you bragging. The back end of the day before about, I've lost no tigers. I'm like, I'm fucking changing that. Apparently not, no.
I didn't lose a single tiger the entire weekend.
I know. I tried so hard. I had bazookas hit it.
People went to it.
I had a plane hit it, for God's sake. You know what the plane rolled? A +2. I just looked at Tophe and went, just put a pin on it.
People went to a tank-themed tournament at the Tank Museum and didn't bring enough anti-tank to deal with tigers.
There was a couple lists with enough anti-tank, but I've beaten one round 1.
Mm.
The round one tiger absolutely scared the shit out of me because it was a veteran. So it was like, I can't even pin that unless something's going to be trying to kill it.
Yeah, I did lose certainly more than one FT17 over the weekend. Yeah.
I came over to your table, Spurlie, having finished early with Tophe, where I was there like, that's not a game. That's not tanks. That's a scrap
I've not seen Spurlie bottle it more times at that event. Because like I had tigers. Like, I finished my games really fucking early because it doesn't take long to run 3 tanks around the table and go down and everything else. So I'd go around and Spurlie would be in such like a commanding position. Like it's when you're playing Carrick and you're like, you're all over him and he's shitting himself. I'm like, fucking Spurlie, you go for it. I'd come back 10 minutes later. Nah, mate, fucking lost. He's just been tabled out of nowhere. It's like, how the fuck does that happen?
It was no line of sight blocking terrain and meaning being able to roll a cover save. So
Spurlie, inside you is the soul of a great warrior, but man, he's suffocated by a load of shit. You need to let him out.
Sometimes that great warrior stood there at the pass going, please let me fight, please.
I know.
I am Mushu, aren't I? You know, I should do great things, but I'm actually the weedy dragon rather than the big one that you want.
Talk about shit though. May I slag off V3 just for a second? I know we've tired and trusted fame, blah, 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 but there's one. Round 4 was the stupidest game that I've ever played in my life. So
is it the same as a V2 and V1 stupid games for that mission?
This wouldn't. No, it wouldn't.
No.
I'd have won in V2.
Really? So
we were playing Breakout, double envelopment to like norm is, and the guy I played, the strongest anti-tank weapon he had was a +2. +2? +4. Doesn't matter. He couldn't deal with my tigers. He was up completely and utterly outclassed. He didn't have bring any anti-tank. So it was just running past each other. And he'd already decided, look, I'm not even going to try and fight you. I'm just going to run off the table. I was like, fair enough. That's what I'll do too. He had 17 dice. I had 10 dice. Whatever. I put my tigers on the middle of the battlefield and then just started firing. Bam, 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 bam. Knocked out 7 units. I was killing shit left, right, and centre. Transports, veteran squads, tanks, left, right, and centre. Bam, 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 bam. The other 10 he managed to get off because there's just only so many like units you can actually like
kill. Yeah.
There's only so much time you've got to do stuff, which is fair enough. And then I proceeded to get every single one of my models off the board. So he got 10 units off. I got 10 units off. It's a draw because you don't get points for killing shit anymore. I didn't lose a single fucking model that game.
But you've never had points for killing stuff on that. It's only the
Yeah, you
juggler
did.
missions that's had that.
You did.
No,
You got
you
a
did
point
in
for
V2.
every unit off,
Yeah.
and 3 point for every kill and 3 for every off. I think.
Oh yeah, they switched it around to a point for everything
Yeah.
in the deployment zone
Yeah.
and 3 for every unit off. Also, if the TO's not noticed it or said anything about it, you can infiltrate that mission and then just.
Oh, we did. Oh, we know we did. We did.
Yeah.
And this is what really pisses me off. He forgot to put his infiltrators down.
Moron.
And then I was like, yeah. And then he went to pull his dice out. He was like, oh shit, I could have done that, couldn't I? And I was like, let's just say you already have. Do you know what I mean? Put the dice over there. Just say you already have, because that would have been the obvious thing to do. I don't want to punish you because of like a simple mistake like that. And guess what? Should have fucking punished him because I would have won the fucking game.
Should have just. Oh dear.
That's me. My own hubris at being like a nice person came back to bite me then.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
game 4, I had
V3
all of
now.
my anti-tank. No. Game 4, I had all of my anti-tank. Just decide, no, not this game. Not this game at all. So as you can come on the side with your meet engagement thing. Somebody